So for today's video, we're going to be talking about moving forward with content, Cold War, Warzone, all that type of stuff, and just basically what you're going to be seeing within about 6 or so days. Is it going to be the same? Is it going to be Cold War? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about. So for this type of discussion and topic, I really wanted to do an old school gameplay commentary video that were very popular back in the day. Of course, people still do them now, but it's a classic old school type of video here on YouTube. So obviously, 99% of you guys are aware that Warzone is what gave this channel its boost, its life. It picked it up out of the trenches. It really did. This channel wasn't really going anywhere before Warzone came into the picture. I went to the moon with the opportunity that Warzone gave me, and now we're here. So Cold War is dropping within about 6 days as I'm recording this, and as I'm uploading this as well. I'm definitely planning to get it out today. It's only 2 PM, so I've got a lot of time to get this out. Now, because this is such a big deal, whether I stick with Warzone or switch to Cold War, I've gone through different stages of figuring out what I'm going to do. That's how much I want to make sure I do this perfectly. So stage 1 was putting up a community post for you guys, or a community poll where you could decide on whether you wanted to see Cold War videos and streams from me or stick with Warzone content. And not to my surprise, Warzone took ahead a decent lead, but it's interesting to see that you guys did want to see Cold War content. I'll put the votes up on screen and the percentages right now so you can see, and it actually does kind of surprise me that there is a decent amount of people wanting to see Cold War content. I honestly thought it was going to be like a 95% Warzone, 5% Cold War, or a 90-10, something like that, but people actually want to see Cold War content. And if I'm being honest with you guys, the past couple weeks, I had really decided that I was going to stick with Warzone anyway, because that's what's going to do best with the channel. Obviously, that's what's given it the boost, as I mentioned, and I feel like if I did try to do some Cold War stuff, it may tank a little bit, but at the same time, it is a new Call of Duty. It's going to bring new people to the channel either way, so I feel like it's kind of a win-win. If I stick with Warzone, you guys are going to watch that, and if I go to Cold War, some people from Warzone are going to watch that, and then new viewers will come along as well. And if I'm being honest, I was going to stick with Warzone content until about 2 days ago. 2 days ago, the prestige mode and the whole ranking system was announced, and once I had gone through it thoroughly and understood everything, I had already made my decision that I'm going to be going with Cold War multiplayer. Now, do not worry, okay? Do not worry. For everyone who enjoys Warzone content from me, you are still going to see it, but about a month later, because on December 10th, that is when Warzone is expected to get a Soviet version of Alcatraz from Blackout, and that's going to be a map update within Warzone. And not only is that going to be happening on December 10th, that's around a month after Cold War comes out, and once I've done Cold War streams, Cold War videos, uploads, everything like that, it'll give me a good insight as to whether or not Cold War is going to be a good choice for my channel, because this is going to be multiplayer, this is going to be a whole different mode, and obviously that's a big change from all the content that I've made on Warzone. So that is why I'm doing this, and I hope you guys understand. I'll do Cold War multiplayer streams and videos for about a month until the next Warzone update, and then once that month's done, I'll be able to look back and see how it's performed, see how it's done, support on the channel, the growth, everything like that, and that'll give me a good idea as to whether or not I'm going to stick with it or if I'm going to go back to Warzone. Now, whatever the decision may be, it will not affect me going back to Warzone and playing this Alcatraz map. Obviously, I'm going to. I'm not just going to totally abandon Warzone if Cold War happens to work out for the channel, because that could be, that's very possible that it could, but either way, whether it does good or not for the channel, I'm still going to go to Warzone and check out this Alcatraz Soviet map, or the Soviet Alcatraz map. And if I'm being honest with you guys, I would try and sit here and explain this prestige mode, but I really would just rather you hear it in the best way possible, because I'm going to mess it up at some point. So I'm going to link LEA's video in the description or in the pinned comment. You can check it out. It's a little bit confusing, but at the same time, he explains it well enough that you'll understand it. It's a very good system though. All I have to say is that this game, for the multiplayer side of things, looks to have a lot of replay value to it, which I look for. Modern Warfare multiplayer and Warzone had a very bad ranking system with, the level 155 cap every season that people got within a week or two, which was absolutely insane. All you need to know is this prestige system, this new prestige system that's going to be in Cold War, looks to have a lot of replay value to it. Every single season, you have the ability and the access to get up to 1,000 levels, and that's what got my attention the most. Level 1,000 being available every single season makes it so there's pretty much no level cap at all. Yeah, it took me like half a year to get a level 1,000 in Black Ops 4, so there's pretty much no level cap. There's a lot of people that won't make it to level 1,000 each season. I honestly wouldn't have minded if in Modern Warfare multiplayer you could go past level 155, but those levels didn't give you any rewards. They were just like what I would call hollow levels, where you could level up and get the XP, but they wouldn't actually go to anything, and I feel like that would be better, because you'd actually feel like you're doing something, because once you get to that level cap, that 155, and you can't go past it, it kind of feels pointless. So this is going to be really, really good. But as I mentioned before, the whole reason why I'm going to be going with Cold War is because of this prestige system that looks to be very, very rewarding for grinders and people that actually put time into the game. Then second of all, this first month of Cold War being out before the next Warzone update comes out, it's going to give me a good insight and a good clear view on whether or not Cold War has performed good enough for my channel to a point where I'm happy with it, and either way I will still check out the Soviet Alcatraz map within Warzone and continue, you know, sticking to Warzone as well. I'm just not going to upload it every single day like I have been. And another good thing is that between the Battle Royale, the multiplayer and the zombies, your level is, you know, progressing throughout all of them. It's tracked through all modes. So if I hop on a bit of zombies one night, that's going to stick with Warzone, that's going to stick with multiplayer, so everything, no matter what you're doing, is counting towards something, which is very, very awesome, and you don't get left behind in certain areas. So that's basically what I wanted to talk about today, a nice chill gameplay commentary video. I hope you all enjoyed, I hope you guys understand, because obviously I want to bring you guys the content you're happy with, but at the same time I feel like Warzone is just at a point where taking a whole month off playing Cold War multiplayer, a bit of zombies I'm sure here and there, and then going back to Warzone with this new Soviet Alcatraz update a month later would be a huge, huge breath of fresh air, and it'll just make Warzone exciting again to play, because obviously I hadn't touched it in so long. And the last thing I want to say is that I do have one issue with Cold War and Warzone not being on the same engine, is that you're going to go to Cold War, right, play multiplayer, have the feel of the guns and the whole engine and how it's different, and then go back to Warzone and have to like continuously adapt between both of them and switch between both of them. I think that's going to be my only issue. It's going to feel really, really weird. But that's all I have to say for this topic. Please do let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, what you think about this, anything like that. Of course, I'd love to hear what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everybody, and I'm out.